Welcome to Cooking with Connie and More. Let's make a pineapple upside down cake. I have in my 9 by 13 inch pan, I melted a stick of butter, and right now I am stirring into that about 2 1/4 cups of brown sugar. What's better than butter and brown sugar mixed together? Okay, I've got that blended well, and I'm going to just sprinkle a little bit of salt on it. This is something my mother taught me when I was a teenager, I suppose. That was a long time ago. To always put a little bit of salt, a dash of salt, into any confection or sweet thing you're making, and it will enhance the flavor because salt is a flavor enhancer. So I'm getting that smoothed out around in my pan, and we don't want to waste any of that. So here we go. Brown sugar and butter and some sprinkling of salt. And I have here my pineapple, sliced pineapple that's been draining for quite some time. I wanted to drain as much of the juice out as possible. So I'm going to place the pineapple in the pan. I'm going to put them along here so that they're touching. And so there are 8 of those pineapple slices. And then look at this. For the other 2 from the pan, I will put them in the center. Now you can cut this or just tear it in half because they do tear very easily. And there we have the pineapple slices in the pan. Now, on that, I'm going to put some cherries. These are maraschino cherries. And I have cut these cherries in half, and I'll turn them upside down in the center of each one of these pineapple rings. It'll give another little bit of sweetness to this, and of course it adds some lovely color. So now this is ready for the batter. Now for the batter, I have a very simple way of making a pineapple upside down cake, which is exactly the way my mother used to make it. And I've had lots of compliments on my pineapple upside down cake. A friend who loves them said, "This is the best I've ever tasted." Well, I don't have a secret cake recipe, except that I do use a classic yellow cake mix. And following the direction on the box, a cup of water, 3 eggs, and a 1/2 cup of oil. Now, I'm going to make a well down in here and put my eggs. And instead of, this is the secret ingredient, instead of a cup of water, I use the juice that was drained from the can of pineapple. And of course I get pineapple that is in pineapple juice. The other thing that's called for is a 1/2 cup of oil. I'm using olive oil. I don't use seed oils. The recipe on the box calls for vegetable oil, but I prefer olive oil because it's just way healthier. So there I have my cake mix, yellow classic cake mix, a cup of juice from the can of pineapples, a half cup of oil, I use olive oil, and the 3 eggs. So now I'm going to bake this. I have my pan ready, and I have my oven preheated. Okay, let's scrape down the sides of the bowl and then mix it for about another minute. We really do like pineapple upside down cake at our house, and this I'm actually fixing to take to someone else this time. I think that should be good enough. I'm going to set this under here for the drips. Well, I don't think I have it in the right place. We'll see. So now let's just spread this across on the batter. On the pineapple, brown sugar, and then I will just bake this in my preheated oven. And it will probably take a little more time than what the box says because of the pineapples in the bottom. It says to bake for about 28 minutes, 25 to 28 minutes. So let's get this in the oven. And let that bake. We'll see what happens in a little while.